this homework for Tuesday. Mark and Allison are working on their homework and disagree on the volume of cone shown to the right. Mark says the volume of cone is this, and put in your calculator, he got that. Alan guessed that 8.2 is not the height of the cone, so let's look at 8.2. Oh, she's correct, it is not the height. Here is the height. So Allison is correct. Of a cone, so they calculate the height before, so they need to calculate the height before determining the volume. So Allison is correct because the height is missing. You need to do Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem to find height, which is, and let's show the work. So let's do Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals to c squared. A is this 5 here, plus b, which is the height, this is, and then c is 90 degrees, determine if it's a and b, remember that. 8.2 is c squared. So that's 25 plus height squared equals to 8 times 8 is 8.2, 67.24. And then you minus 25 to both sides. 0, you got h squared equals to 42.24. Find the square root, use your calculator. If you do that, you get h equals to 6.499, which is 6.5, which Allison found, which is 6.5 centimeters. Okay. The company sells 2 size cone shape party hat. The smaller hat has a radius of 6 centimeters. So here's the smaller hat, 6 centimeters with a volume. So the smaller one has a volume of 376 centimeter cubed, and the radius is 6. The larger hat has double the volume, so if we double the volume, which is then 16 carry 1, 13 carry 1, 15 carry the 1, that's 7. That's the larger one, okay? But the same radius, so radius is still 6. Determine the dimension of the larger hat. So we want to find the height of the larger hat then, missing the height. So we know that volume is this formula right here of a cone, pi r squared times h divided by 3, or it's also, you also hear 1/3 pi times r times squared times height, right? I like to use the divide by 3 because it's a third. It means the same thing. It does the same thing, okay? So we know that volume, V, right here, is this number. So we're going to put that V to be, this V to be 753.6 equals to pi, which, did they say to use 3.14? No, it did not. Pi times radius, which is 6 squared, and we're trying to find height. I'm going to use 3.14 for pi. Okay, I'm going to multiply these two together, which I'm going to do the exponent first. So 36 times 3.14. So 36 times 3.14, which is 113.04 h equals to 753.6. Divide both sides. Oh, hold on, I forgot to put divided by 3. Sorry, put divided, nope, not this. Division by 3 need to be here, divide by 3, so I need to get rid of that 3 by timesing 3. So that gives me 756, 753, I mean, times 0.6 times 3 is 2,000. You get 2,260.8 equals to 113.04 times height. Then you divide by 113.04 to both sides. H then is let me see, 113.04. Get 20, the height of 20. So the height is 20 centimeters. Okay, so here's pretty much the same. It's even easier. Be careful that you don't forget divide by 3 because it is a cone. You and your friends buy ice cream cones at the local ice cream shop. The radius of the ice cream is this much. Okay, so we know that radius is 44 and the volume of the ice cream is 5,808 times pi. They didn't say to use what is the height of the ice cream cone, so we're trying to find h here. So volume we know, we're gonna put this for volume for V, so 5,808 pi, don't forget, equals to pi radius is 44 squared times height, and we divide that by 3 times 3 to get rid of the 3. So I need to multiply these two together. Don't times the pi, leave the pi alone. It's important that you leave the pi alone. Okay. So 5,808 times 3 equals to 17, oops, sorry, I'm going to use 117,424 pi equals, that gets rid of that. Okay, I'm going to do 44 times 44, okay, which is 1,000, let's wipe that out, 936 times pi times height, right? Okay. So we want height, so we need to get rid of both of these. So we're going to divide 1936 pi to both sides. Pi cancels out. These two cancels out, leaves you h, and that only crosses you to divide these two together. This is going to be on your test. So listen how it's done. Look at how it's done. If you don't know how to do it again and practice it so you understand it. Okay? So that gives you 17,424 divided by 1936. Get you 9. The height is 9. Oops. The height is 9. 9 millimeters. is the height. Oh, it's a tiny ice cream cone. Okay. And same thing here. It's a cone again. The height of the umbrella is 9 inch. H is 9 in this case. Volume in this case, the volume is this much, is 300 pi. So let's put it in where it belongs. The 300 pi goes in V here. So 300 pi equals to pi r squared. We don't know. And the height here is 9. And we divide by 3. That means let's get rid of that 3 times 3 here. So that's 900 pi equals to 9 pi. 9 times pi is, let's put 9 pi r squared. Okay, let's get rid of 9 pi. That means you divide by 9 pi, divide by 9 pi. Okay, pi cancels out. These two cancels out, leaves you the letter r squared only. 900 divided by 9 is 100. Take the square root because we want to find r and not r squared. So that gets you r, and radius is 10. Okay, so radius, spell it out, equals to 10. Okay, number 6, your uncle uses a funnel to change the oil of a car. The funnel is a cone, so volume of a cone, again, is pi r squared times height, and don't forget divide by 3. The height of the cone is 10.6 centimeters, and volume is 336 centimeters. Oh, they didn't use pi this time. Okay, so you put 336 equals to pi, because they didn't use pi, let's use 3.14 for pi. 3.14 times radius, we're trying to find radius, squared times the height, which is 10.6. Let's multiply these two together right here. Oh, no, we can't do that because this is a cone. We have to divide by this 3. So we have to multiply by 3 first to get rid of that 3. Okay. Equals to, okay, let's do that. And 336 times 3, you get 1008 equals to, you multiply these two here, 10.6 times 3.14. And you get 33.284, and let's bring down this r squared. Okay, you don't have to write this when you're copying this. Show the work and try to understand this. I know you're not in class, and I'm not asking tons of questions to make sure you understand it. But as you know, we can't do that. So this cross out, cancel to us, it's 1. 1 times r squared is r squared. So divide 1008 by 33. Hold on a second. 1000, oh gosh. 8 times divided by 33.284, and we get 30. The radius is 30.2848124. Okay, let's put that in your calculator and see. Take the square root of that. Square root of 30.284 5.28482154. You got 5.5. 5.50. That's a 0, so the radius is 5.5.